Fabulous event this. Just tell us a little bit behind where this came from, really.
Well, I think a couple of years ago I had a picture of a little lad called Joe Skinner, and the picture that I think Forley actually took, I didn't realise was taken. It ended up being viral, and from that day on, really, I've been really passionate in trying to give as much back as I can.
And you wanted to work specifically with disabled people, yeah?
Yeah, most definitely. Because obviously, with my career, I mean, the disabled children won't have the opportunity to have my career, so it's important for me to make sure they can be part of my journey and part of what it's all about.
Now, these things don't come willy-nilly. You funded this yourself, this whole scheme, the Danny Ings Disability Scheme, yes?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I wanted to do last year, but with finances and the amount of games we had last year, it wasn't possible to do. Obviously, but this year, with obviously less games and more time, it's something that me and the community lads managed to set up, basically, obviously funded by myself, but it's not about that, it's about everybody coming together and forming a great project for the kids.
Well, Danny came to us in the summer and said, Neil, I'd really like to do something special, I'd really like to give something back, I want to help out with the community. Okay, what do you have an interest in? So Danny said he'd really like to do something for children and young people with disabilities, with learning difficulties. So over the course of the last couple of months, we've developed this programme in consultation with Danny, and that's why we're here today to launch this programme at Ridgewood High School. I think that was probably the catalyst for Danny saying, you know, there are young people and children out there with disabilities who might not have the opportunities to get involved in football and sport, and I want to give them the opportunity to do that. And that hopefully is a starting point today. As you can see, we've got 20-30 young people behind me with learning difficulties and disabilities, and they're taking part in sport, they're taking part in physical activity, and we want to roll this out across all the schools across the region.
And something that's really special about this certain project with the community is that Danny's funded it himself. You don't often see that with footballers these days. There's a myth almost that, you know, they all go around in flash cars, but so it must be really special to see Danny heavily involved.
Absolutely. You know, from knowing Danny for the last 3 or 4 months, I think Danny's a real special guy, and to put his hand in his pocket and provide some investment to make this programme happen is absolutely unique. I've never had a footballer come to me in my 15 years of working in community provision within football clubs, come to me and say, I want to give you some money to do some good work in the town, and I think Danny really is a testament to him for doing that.
It must be great to have an ambassador like that. Like you say, you've never experienced that before, and somebody who behind us earlier on was helping and getting actively involved in the coaching even.
Absolutely, it's not just about the investment, it's about his time and it's about his commitment to it, because Danny is going to come out to every school, Danny's going to get involved in all the sessions, so it's about Danny giving his time as a role model in the town and in the area. So many children and young people look up to Danny. He's banging in goals in the Premier League at the moment, off the back of 2 at the weekend, and young people and kids want to come in contact with him and they want to see him, and I think giving his time is priceless, it really is.
And you can see the smiles on the kids' faces behind us now as we speak, and going out and getting involved in the community is reflective of what we are as a club, really, in terms of being a community club.
Yeah, absolutely. Burnley Football Club is a community club, it's at the heart of the town, and we want to do more of this. We want players out doing community appearances at schools, we want ourselves as a charity out there doing everything we can to work with our fan base and the residents and the public of Burnley, because we should be doing that as a club. It should be central to this football club.
Moment that gives me the best feeling, the smiles on their faces, enjoying themselves, feeling confident, and that's the sort of feelings I want to give to children.
There are aims here, aren't there? There are aims not just to get the kids involved, but also to create a football team, to create a disability team, and take this further, expand the scheme.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. Obviously, we've just started, obviously, with the launch day today, but eventually I want to create Burnley's adult disability team to compete in the North West League. So that's something that me and the community lads as well will sit down and discuss and sort out.
I bet it gives you a nice warm glow, this, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's just, it was frustrating because it took so long to do. I mean, I remember talking to you before in pre-season about doing it, so it's just great that today's happening and we're here now.
I know you're feeling about the actual reaction to it. It already seems like everybody's right behind this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my personal feelings, I was extremely nervous coming here, but as soon as I got here, it's a lovely feel, you know, seeing all the kids happy and smiling. It means the world to me, and it means the world to the club and the whole town as a community.
Well done, Danny. It's fabulous. Well done.
Thank you. Cheers.